I grew up a lot. I'm a different player, different person. This year is one of my best year.
He's getting older, he's getting physically a lot stronger. I think as an 18, 19-year-old, you always improve. He's incredible. In my opinion, he's going to be a world number one, he's going to be a multiple Grand Slam champion. He's somebody definitely that is going to be on top of the game for a long time.
Zverev is a great player. He's a very complete player, big serve, so it's going to be a great match.
Premier joueur à rentrer sur le court n'a que 19 ans, il est 6e mondial, l'Espagnol Carlos Alcaraz. Il rentre accompagné par Léo. Et ils sont opposés à celui qui était demi-finaliste ici l'an dernier, le champion olympique de Tokyo, l'Allemand Alexander Zverev. Il rentre accompagné par Marie-Janice.
So as the world number 3 strides out onto court, Philippe Chatrier. He looks to try and take down the 19-year-old. World number 6, a player who is on a 14-match win streak. This should be absolutely fascinating. And to help me talk through it, Nick Brown is with myself, Pete Hodges, in the commentary box. What are your thoughts ahead of this one?
Well, I've got goosebumps when the schedule came out last night.
It is a bit chilly.
To see this match, Alcaraz, for me, man of the moment. I've never been excited about seeing a tennis player since Roger Federer first came on the scene. We got excited a little bit a few years ago when Zverev came out the juniors, made that transition into the senior game very quickly. Tsitsipas, they did the same thing, you know, made the final here last year. But this guy, for me, is a different level.
And he's shown it in recent rounds. Of course, had to save that match point against Albert Ramos Viñolas in the second round. Since then, though, hasn't really looked back. Straight sets wins over Korda and Khachanov. That was in the night session on this very court. It was flawless at times from the Spaniard, whereas Zverev, it's been a little more scruffy and scrappy. But he does have 2 wins against Alcaraz, both coming last year. But he'll be wanting to hunt down a bit of revenge after losing to him in the final of Madrid. He just takes his time here. Is he just sort of sending the message to say, yep, I've been in this situation before, this is my house?
Absolutely.
Hello. All right, guys, can we take some photos, please? Over to that side first. Thank you. All right, so for the match, usual match conditions. Okay, just a few things. For the ball marks, if I have a doubt, I'll be going myself anyway, but if you want me to check anything, please make it clear, especially if you need to stop the point. 25 seconds between the points, and for your towels all around the court, Sasha, you can have the one with the orange sticker, and Carlos the gray, okay? Any questions before we start? No? Qui va choisir? Sasha or Carlos? Carlos. Roland-Garros or Van de? Roland-Garros or 22? Roland-Garros. Allez. 22.
I'll receive.
Receive?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, sure. Merci, bravo.
So that was Zverev winning the toss and electing to receive first. What do you make of that decision, Nick?
Well, not unusual sometimes on the men's tour for guys to wanting to try and get an early breaker serve, and nothing better to do that in the first game of the match.
And it is now bright sunshine in Paris, 21 degrees Celsius. It's not been overly warm. I'd say this tournament, the temperature has changed quite quickly, depending on the clouds. If the sun is out, it's quite warm. If it goes behind a cloud, it then becomes pretty cold. And we know that Sasha Zverev was talking in his last match, incidentally, that win over Zapata Miralles, which was a bit of a difficult straight sets win. It was straight sets, but not very straightforward. But he was saying he wanted it to be warmer. He felt his forehand was missing, his serve, he couldn't get the 200 Ks. So how will he feel with the conditions this afternoon?
Well, he'll probably quite like that in terms of a little bit warmer today, not extremely that much different, but like you're saying, the temperature's certainly dropping around kind of tea time in Paris, and those kind of night matches or matches going into kind of early evening has been quite difficult to be able to control the ball.
So you feel he would have had his Coco Gauff flag out once she won that first set?
Definitely, he'd have been cheering.
But it hasn't quite worked out this year for Sasha Zverev. Of course, the famous words of saying there's a new big three himself, Medvedev, then Djokovic. And he's yet to win a title in 2022 after what was quite simply a sublime 2021, winning 6 titles, including that gold medal at the Olympics. And he's another player who's come through this one with saving a match point in the second round. And as much as he's had straight sets victories over Nakashima and Zapata Miralles, as I say, it's been a little scrappy and scruffy. 2 tiebreakers against Nakashima. Needed a long tiebreaker, despite being up 4-1 in the first set against Zapata Miralles. Both matches were nearly 3 hours long. Sergi Peguera, someone he's brought on board.
Il est numéro 6 mondial, il est espagnol, Carlos Alcaraz.
As Carlos Alcaraz's name is read out, yet to have any of those titles or years attached to it like we have with Nadal and Djokovic. But for you, Nick, I'm guessing you think it is just a matter of time. Whether it's this time is the question.
Well, before the tournament started, I thought he had a great chance. There's no doubt about that. Interesting speaking to different people, and people are close to him. Even his Nike agent was saying, actually, it's too early for him to win. I'm going, well, how can you say that with the tennis he's been playing coming into this event?
Yeah, the last match in particular, I felt that's the best I've seen Karen Khachanov play for a long, long time, and yet he only gave up, what was it, 9 games. He seems to be finding a level that, well, I've not seen a 19-year-old find before, but for you, Nick, what is so impressive about him?
Well, he's got everything, hasn't he? He's got the speed, he's got the power, he's got the passion, he's got the tennis brain, as it were, to be able to vary things, change things around. And what he is learning for me in Grand Slams is how to control the match as each set goes by. And that was what was really impressive when he played Sebastian Korda.
Easy slip.
Yeah, not his father, Sebastian Korda in the third round, that he controlled the whole match all the way through.
Yeah, he said himself, as we see his mum and dad there, Carlos Senior, he said himself that he believes what he does better than anyone else is that he is aggressive with everything he does. Movement, drop shots, defense, offense, practice. That word aggression is everywhere. Now, this is the head-to-head, which I've referenced a couple of times already. But they last met in Madrid, which was just a couple of months ago. But there is a little asterisk by that, because the night before, Zverev was playing until about nearly 2 a.m. against Steph Tsitsipas. So it was a mightily quick turnaround to then go and play that final. He only picked up the 4 games. If you turn back to 2021, he beat him 6-3, 6-1 and 6-3, 6-3, Zverev. Got the better of Alcaraz. How much do you read into those previous matches?
Right now, not a lot, because Alcaraz is a totally different player than he was 12 months ago here at Roland-Garros.
Yeah, both of those matches were also on hard. What an evening, an afternoon it's going to be. Of course, Djokovic and Nadal meeting for the 10th time at Roland-Garros. That's to come. First, let's enjoy this young man once again on Chatrier. Just like we saw with the coin toss, Sasha Zverev just taking a bit of extra time. Making the 19-year-old wait. So this for a place in the semi-finals of Roland-Garros. Alcaraz against Zverev. Nick Brown alongside myself, Pete Hodges, and we will talk you through this quarter-final. was saying it during the warm-up, Nick.
15.
Zverev, a little bit scratchy. A lot of unforced errors in his last match. What's he got to do today to get the win?
Well, I think somehow he's got to get his nose in front against Alcaraz to put him under a little bit of pressure. To do that, of course, he's got to keep that consistency from the back of the court, and he's got to serve well. We all know
15-30.
as Zverev can serve when he's serving well, get so many free points, and he will need that weapon in this match tonight.
Backhand winner already from Alcaraz. The U's and the R's have started.
30.
Yeah, look where his position is, right up on the baseline, taking that nice and early. The return was dropped slightly short of a length and is quickly onto it.
Let premier service. Quarante 30.
Well, Zverev was ready for it. Read the drop shot.
Alcaraz.
And look at that reaction from Alcaraz. I think that tells you some nerves. But that's a nice nerve-settling game for the Spaniard. And do we almost forget that? Looking at him at the moment, 14-match win streak. He's a celebrity around the grounds whenever he practices. There's hordes of people. Have we got to remind ourselves, this is still his first quarter-final at Roland-Garros?
Well, there's no doubt every player stepping on this court to play a big match like this is going to be a little bit nervous at the start of a match, and Alcaraz will be no different to that.
Simply a ridiculous return. So quick to transition up the court too.
0-15.
Well, he just makes it look so easy, doesn't he? How he closes the net. Good execution on the volley.
Zverev said himself
15.
after that win for Alcaraz in Madrid, he's the best player in the world right now. A little heavy-handed with the first volley, and half good enough isn't going to be good enough against this 19-year-old.
15-30. 30. Let, premier service.
Zverev, incidentally, just complaining about his trainers at the end of that last point. Long laces. So just keep an eye on that.
Quarante, 30.
Maybe we'll see that shot as well used from Alcaraz to test out that forehand.
40.
Wind has just picked up as well. There is Sasha Senior. Again, immaculate length off the return.
Avantage, Alcaraz.
Yes, and that's what sets up the short ball. I mean, doesn't need a second invitation to really step up and accelerate through it.
Early break point. Slightly short, and this time it's Zverev's turn to take advantage. It's a big first game, particularly for the German. He talked himself about he was disappointed with holes in his concentration. He didn't want to say holes in his game. He felt he had dips in concentration in the last round. I kind of feel tonight he's not going to be allowed to get away with that. And Nick, I referenced at the beginning of this match his record against top 10 opponents: best of 5, 0-13, best of 3, 39 wins, 34 losses. Is that to do with what he said there? Is it his concentration over such a long period of time?
Well, I think, to be fair, he actually has improved his game over this last kind of year or so. His second serve definitely a little bit more reliable. He's got more spin, more control.
He's able to secure that game, survives.
And also the forehand. Forehand for me, he's tidied it up. The swing shape looked much better. He's not miss-hitting so much as he used to do. And he's be able to get the racket head around the ball. He was one through a stage where he was really struggling to be able to control the ball and the racket. The ball was kind of hitting inside out on it rather than around the outside, which you're able to control it with the spin.
So you believe it's just a matter of time before that starts to turn around?
Well, you'd hope so. Time will tell.
You have to say, personally, he's been the biggest surprise for me this year. I thought he was exceptional last year, winning the gold medal in particular. Not only the Djokovic match, but the match against Khachanov, the final. It was about as close to perfection as you've seen from Sasha Zverev. I thought that moment was going to mean he would get over the line in a slam soon. But it hasn't been his way in 2022. Of course, disqualification in Acapulco. And I wonder how much of that has played a factor as well since then. He's got that 8-week suspension hanging over his head for the next year until February. If he behaves badly again, and he's away from the sport for 8 weeks.
Well, he played so well, didn't he? ATP finals last year. You know, it's the second time he won it. And you're just thinking, well, then he's going to take that form into the following year, the confidence from that.
15-30.
Just like a lot of players, just find it very difficult to kind of make that next step in the game. He wasn't far away in 2020 in the final against US Open against Dominic Thiem, was 2 points away from winning the match.
Two very proud parents, no doubt. Both players have been under a little bit of pressure on serve. It's the server who has come through in the opening 3 games. 6th seed in front, 2-1.
Prenez vos places rapidement, s'il vous plaît. Merci, mesdames et messieurs. Reprise.
Just talking about Sasha Zverev, also made some interesting comments this week about his season and saying that he's suffered a lot, feels he's gone through a bit of depression. Of course, a lot of issues off the court. There's been accusations thrown at him, along with that disqualification. And for the first time this week, really, he was open about how much that has affected him. You kind of felt the tennis last year
15-0.
was his escape from it all. I just wonder this year, with the results not quite happening, whether he's been able to find that sort of escapism.
Zero. Zero.
bit of a miss hit there from Alcaraz. Middle of that rally, just didn't quite middle that backhand.
Silky from Zverev.
Zverev.
Nick was talking about the importance of the start of this match, and overall, the German will be pretty happy.
Yeah, much better service game from him. First serve delivery makes such a difference.
Chance 0.
Making the sport look easy once again.
Counter 0.
Yeah, one of the easiest drop shots you're going to see Alcaraz play tonight. He's just a master with that shot. Never seen any with that kind of feel, touch, particularly when he's further back behind the baseline, and just the audacity to play at the right time.
Counter 10.
Zverev a little lift. Certainly will be able to play with a bit more freedom tonight, despite being the world number 3, despite being the player that's reached a Grand Slam final, reached the semi-finals here before. I feel he's got a point to prove, Zverev. Good length off the return.
Counter.
Reached the dizzying heights that we saw against Khachanov or Korda as of yet. These two just sparring at the moment, you feel. Who's going to land the first big punch? Oh, that's a superb shot on the stretch from Zverev.
Counter 40.
Well, good anticipation here from the German. Just kind of held his ground. It's tremendous reach, full stretch on this forehand to get enough on it.
It's a break point for the third seed. Quickly taken away from him.
40.
Well, a lot of players would get pretty nervous trying to play a drop shot on a big point. But not this guy. He does it in his sleep.
Avantage Zverev.
Another chance. Second break point of the game for Zverev.
Égalité.
Do you expect Zverev to adjust his court position at all with Alcaraz being so strong on the drop shot?
Well, I'd expect him to move in, particularly on the second serve return, to try and take it early. And obviously, when you're nearer, close to the baseline, you're able to create more angles on that return. The last ball, you think he tried to go around the net post.
Forehand isn't firing for Alcaraz. I think that's a sixth unforced error from that wing already. Still the poker face from Juan Carlos Ferrero. It is a third break point for Zverev. Tried the shot before on break point, couldn't quite get it right. Did on that occasion. And it's Zverev who strikes first and breaks for a 3-2 lead.
Interesting that Alcaraz serve volleyed on that second serve break point down. Just shows you a little bit where he is at the moment. He's not quite got his feel from the back of the court. Too many unforced errors. He's not really settled yet in terms of finding his range on the court.
Must be a unique experience for him. It's in first time Roland-Garros quarter-final and walks out against the world number 3, someone who's achieved so much in this sport, but he's the favourite. That's got to be tough to deal with psychologically.
Yeah, but I think everyone's been talking about him being about favourite coming into the tournament. He's had this in every press conference he's gone to in the last couple of weeks. The expectation that he brings to the court.
Installez-vous rapidement, s'il vous plaît. Merci.
It's an excellent start from Sasha Zverev. He's the one to break first, serving 3-2. In the sit-down, we were just talking about the pressure on this man. And he's dealing with this situation, the strange psychology of playing a first Roland-Garros quarter-final and being the favourite. After he beat Zverev in Madrid, he did say, people are going to think that I'm one of the favourites to win Roland-Garros. I don't have it as tension, I have it as motivation. It's been an impressive start, though, from Zverev. You mentioned about him needing to serve well. First serve percentage, 82% so far. Maybe Zverev has just poked the bear.
40-15.
Well, this is the first one that he's really got a hold of. Absolutely nail that forehand.
Sixty-one.
161 Ks.
Zverev.
Amazing. Quite that kind of racket speed.
Zverev men, 4 jeux à 2.
Yeah, at all the quarter-finalists, incidentally. The highest with regards to the forehand speed, on average 130. So to push that 37 Ks higher is quite amazing.
It's phenomenal.
Zéro.
Speed's actually off both wings for Alcaraz. He's actually trailing most of the other quarter-finalists, but you need to put a little asterisk by that. He's had 2 night sessions. No doubt how big he can hit the ball.
15.
The forehand is not firing right now, and that is causing him all sorts of concern.
Yeah, just talking to his box there in Spanish with the dialogue going on.
Merci. Trente-quinze.
Again, Zverev targeting the forehand. Getting exactly what he wants. What's happening here, Nick, with this forehand?
Well, he's not being able to get set enough with his feet. I mean, Zverev actually is keeping a really good length on the backhand, trying to pin him down, and as soon as he gets a short ball, he's changing the direction to Alcaraz's forehand side. And that's putting him under a lot of pressure.
Get that one right.
40-30.
Stops the rot, does Alcaraz. First game in 4. Still some way off his best. Reduces the deficit to just the 1 game. This is a second quarter-final for Alcaraz. An incredible run. The US Open, where he was able to get the better of Steph Tsitsipas. Take a look at some of his numbers. What surprises you the most there out of those stats, Nick?
Well, second serve points won.
Prenez vos places
Pretty
rapidement,
low,
s'il
but-
vous plaît. Merci, mesdames et messieurs.
I'm surprised. Look at Zverev there.
Reprise.
Serve has been absolutely impeccable so far in this match. 73%.
New balls here, so change your string tension, change your racket for Zverev. So we see the Eiffel Tower in the background. It's another beautiful sunny afternoon in Paris. Again, not overly warm. Reminder, of course, Nadal versus Djokovic to come in the night session. Right now, Zverev has the break lead and new balls at 4-3. Interesting point in that rally as well. He could have probably taken a shot on the forehand. Alcaraz elected to take it on the backhand. So just wonder whether there has been any mental scarring with what's happened with the forehand so far in this match.
Yeah, I think maybe he just wanted to try and get a little bit more feel on the ball, elongate the rally and just get a bit more rhythm.
That word rhythm, that was something that Zverev mentioned in his match against Sebastian Baez.
30-0.
He had to save that match point. He said it took him nearly 2 sets to find a rhythm. And it's always what makes the achievements of Rafael Nadal here at Roland-Garros so amazing, because conditions change, the court changes. Players have to adapt to all these different situations.
Zero.
Confident love service hold from Zverev.
Zverev mène 5-3.
Oh, once again, just a little bit slow to get in position. Alcaraz there, just a little bit too casual. Enforced error count there, up at 14.
And 9 of those have been off the forehand wing as well.
15.
So often, saying that there is no weakness to him. Finally, we're seeing a chink in the armour. How long will it last for?
Point to Jens.
Oh, no mistake on the bounce smash.
Konter.
And that's what I was really impressed with his second round match against Vinolas, when it was a tricky match. You know, the Spaniard obviously knows Alcaraz, they've practiced together a lot, came up with a kind of different game plan, giving the soft ball, and Alcaraz through that match worked his way through it, didn't get the frustration that we're kind of seeing at the moment.
Despite the excellent length of Zverev, this time Alcaraz does find the forehand. And that will be a confidence-boosting point.
40-30.
Yeah, looking for the one to pull the trigger on down the line.
That was a slow one, just 1-5-2 that time. Alcaraz shouting out, Zverev shouting out. Zverev's pointing to the serve, and so it will be a second serve for the Spaniard.
Alcaraz.
Well, that's the question.
Zverev
Sasha Zverev as to whether he can serve out this opening set. As I said at the start, 4 titles this year for Alcaraz. Rio, Miami, Barcelona and Madrid. Elected not to play Rome. So what all that means is that he's on a 14-match win streak coming into this one. So this might feel a little unusual. Hasn't been behind too often, other than that match against Ramos Vinolas. He did have to save that match point in set 4. He was down 3-love as well in set 5.
It's funny watching him, though. You always feel that, irrespective of the score, he's going to come back and just turn things around. He's got kind of that aura about his game.
Nick, do you think, when you consider the scoreline in that Madrid final, has that been a factor here? Was he perhaps putting too much expectation on his shoulders, Alcaraz? 6-3, 6-1?
Well, he's been hitting the ball so well. You know, we saw that against Khachanov the other night, against Korda. He's coming out here, he probably expects to kind of bring that same level, and it's just not happening at the moment.
Chance 0. 30-0.
He knows that Zverev is sat very deep in the court. And the forehand has been a bit scratchy. The drop shot still on point.
Well, under pressure, you always kind of go to what you know is best. And that, once again, is just a delight to watch.
It's a lovely combination from Zverev. We've talked about Alcaraz's game being a little up and down. You have to say it's been a lot tidier from what we've seen in the last couple of rounds from Sasha Zverev. He has 2 set points. Excellent set of tennis from Sasha Zverev. Most of the expectation on Carlos Alcaraz's shoulders. He's yet to really get going, but it's the German who's taking the opening set by 6-4. I mean, last year, he could have played the juniors, Alcaraz. That's how young he is, and he's just turned 19 a few weeks ago. Are we going to see a response, though, in the world number 6? Shot that has still been working, and another sumptuous drop shot from Carlos Alcaraz.
15-0.
He's got to be a little careful he doesn't go to that too often to mask the forehand issues.
Well, too often in Madrid, he hit 77. He won 59 of them. I mean, just an incredible high percentage.
That's more like it with the forehand.
And you remember, Alcaraz lives on the academy on Carlos Ferrero. He's got a house right there on site. He goes to bed at night. He sees the court. He dreams about the court. He wakes up the next morning. First things he sees is the court.
Tennis.
Throws in the serve and volley. And it was pretty darn perfect.
40-15.
Well, it's what makes the guy so exciting, because he's got so much variety in what he does. I mean, that was a superb volley. Top ball, that ball was dipping with pace. Look at the racket control he got there.
When he first discovered him, Juan Carlos Ferrero
40-30.
felt that there were two areas he really wanted to improve. One was physicality. But he looked like a little bit of spaghetti, they said. And they've certainly done that. Working with Yedo, his fitness trainer, who says he never says no to anything. But the other bit was shot selection. So he had all the shots, but it was what to use when. He's worked a lot at that. I've referenced a couple of times seeing him play at Wimbledon last year. He was serving and volleying, and it was something Juan Carlos Ferrero was encouraging him to do. Gets himself on the board nice and early in set 2, Alcaraz.
Premier jeu, deuxième manche.
Okay, let's just show you this Hawkeye graphic. This is the Alexander Zverev second serve return placement. You can see he's getting pretty good depth, 36% of those second serve returns hitting the deep zone of the court. Compare that to Alcaraz, hasn't found that deep zone on one occasion, so that is something that he needs to improve to try and turn this match around.
Zero. Zero.
Just a miss we weren't seeing really at all this year. We had the 3 losses, remember, all year. The only players to beat him were Seb Korda in Monte Carlo, which was very difficult conditions. That was switching from hard courts to clay, but it was an incredibly windy day. He lost to Berrettini at the Australian Open in 5 dramatic sets. Berrettini played just an unbelievable final set tiebreaker. And Nadal at Indian Wells. So that's it. Other than that, he's won all of his other matches. (32-3).
Zero.
Well, you talk about stamina. That tournament in Rio where he played quarter-final against Berrettini, turned that match around, and then literally 2 hours later went on and beat Fognini. Came back the next day and beat Schwartzman in straight sets. I mean, that's just phenomenal recovery powers.
And I said about Alberto Yedo, his fitness coach, he said he's already the ideal size and physique for a tennis player. As usually we say, until about your mid-20s. He's there at 19.
Zero.
Alcaraz.
Alcaraz
On serve so far,
to
set 2 then. 6th seed in front, 2-1.
Well, the last couple of service games, Alcaraz is going to manage its first serve much better. 60% first serves in. More importantly, winning the first couple of points in each game. Something he struggled with to start this match. Really handed the initiative a little bit to Alexander Zverev.
Reprise.
I feel great champions always love to prove a point, prove people wrong. Might be a bit of extra fire in the belly for Zverev in this one. Serving 1-2 second set. Incidentally, Alcaraz's recent record from a set down. He has won 3 of the last 4 matches when he's dropped the set, including against Novak Djokovic in Madrid. This is the first time this tournament that he's dropped the opening set, because he took the first set against Ramos Vinales 6-1 before that match quickly turned. It's a fine response to the missed volley.
30-15.
They've just been really struggling to, especially on the backhand side as well, to change the direction of the ball.
We just haven't seen these sort of reactions from him either all year.
No. I don't think he's missed so many balls, especially in the start of a match. Like you say, Pete, a little bit extra pressure, expectation. Try and make that Grand Slam semi-final. Just sometimes you're kind of wanting it so much. You're a little bit uptight, don't quite have the feel with the racket on the ball on the racket.
Fabulous tennis. We're still waiting for something to get Alcaraz going. Maybe that will be it.
Well, good anticipation here. Got a little bit lucky with the net cord, and then once he was back in the rally, he knew exactly what was going to happen next. Another drop shot.
Merci.
Again, able to find a precious first serve, Zverev, to just stop any momentum for his Spanish opponent. That's the first double.
Égalité.
For those that watch a lot of tennis, will know that that has been an issue throughout Zverev's career. Much of a reaction from Bulgaria. Oh, well, net court helping Alcaraz out, but look at the foot speed and the reaction.
Avantage Alcaraz.
Well, he couldn't hit this any harder, could he? Absolutely just nail that. Put the brakes on before he touched the net, and then the fist pump.
Merci.
Break point. Wow, the second serve was so short, maybe caught Alcaraz by surprise. He had too much time.
Égalité.
Well, there was too much time to think about it. There was nothing on that second serve from Sasha Zverev. I don't know if he did that intentionally or not, but if he did, it was a good tactic.
S'il vous plaît. Avantage Zverev.
¡No puede ser! ¡No puede ser!
That's calmness personified from Zverev. And that's a gutsy hold. Opportunity missed for Alcaraz, who incidentally was shouting, "This can't happen," in Spanish. That's the shot he knows he's got to get working, the backhand up the line to get the exchange onto the forehand side of Zverev. That's where the errors will leak more often for the German.
Yeah, a smart point there from the Spaniard. Just, for me, just taking a little bit of pace off the ball, a little bit more spin, a bit more percentage to try and get a feel. When you do that, as a player, confidence comes back.
30-0.
his dad. Palmer. Monsieur, he was a decent player himself, got to about 900 in the world, but then ran out of money. Not going to be the case for Carlos Alcaraz.
Trente.
Got him again, and I think he's 100% on the drop shot. Was that a missed opportunity for Zverev?
We talk about pressure points. It's kind of tight points at 30 all. Once again, Alcaraz coming up with all the answers.
Oh, that is masterful from the young Spanish master. The slide, the touch, magnifique.
Alcaraz mène 3
Holds for a 3-2 lead. But really, Nick, the touch shots are there, but the rest is not quite there.
Well, he's bread and butter from the back of the court. That's the problem. He's giving too many free points away. He's really struggling to get any kind of flow in this match, to get the momentum and fluidity that we normally see of him, and the kind of run of points. Normally, he's, you know, everything he does at kind of 100 miles an hour. But I mean, just seeing the slide there, I mean, this is incredible for me, the way he actually moves on a clay court, particularly to that drop shot. His balance, control, just incredible. But of course, you know, he's been doing it probably the age of 3 years old.
Reprise.
And I know we're still very early in this match, Nick. There's a long way left to go. For Alcaraz, how important is it if he is to turn it around? How important is it that he wins it in 4? Because tougher tests to follow, of course. He's either a 20-time Grand Slam champion or a 21-time Grand Slam champion up next.
The problem is he's already beaten them. But although it's only over 3 sets, of course, back to back.
But has he got to do this in 4?
15-0.
I'm sure he'd love to do this for. I think he needs to turn this set around. He doesn't want to be going 2 sets to love down the way Zverev is serving at the moment. Otherwise, that's a huge mountain to climb.
And you wonder how many lives he's already burnt with that win over Ramos Viñolas.
But remember, you know, he's playing on Tuesday. The other quarterfinals tomorrow, they get an extra day off, so he's got a little bit more recovery time, even if it goes the distance.
40-0.
There is the French, or the FFT president on the right, Gilles Molleton. Wasn't quite caught in the crowd. To keep it here, sadly. Back it goes. A real quick-fire service hold for Zverev. And when you consider the previous Alcaraz service game was a deuce game, it just means that the German holds on to the momentum right now. So at the start of the match, Zverev happy to make Alcaraz wait a couple of times. Again, just taking his time here, selecting which racket to choose and making Alcaraz think a little more about what has happened over the first hour and 10 minutes. New balls for the Spaniard.
Seconds.
Well, that's incredible. That was a total miss hit of one of the easiest balls I've ever seen. Didn't even find the court on that one.
What should he be doing here, Nick, in terms of... Do you still feel more shape, more height?
Well, I also think he's got a very wary serving. So far in this match, he's been serving pretty predictably the same place every single time. Too much of a pattern. Not really kind of served in the body at all. Zverev's a big guy, 6'6", got long levers. You know, that's a good spot to go at them. Somebody try and jam them up, and then you get the first strike on the next ball.
Not this time for Alcaraz. That's the first point he's lost with the drop. More trouble for the 19-year-old.
Well, good anticipation this time from Zverev. Did well to play that so short, but you have to say Alcaraz a little casual here. Should have done more with that ball.
Two break points. Again, very un-Alcaraz-like. Does enough.
30-40.
It's a difficult ball to deal with as the hole gets deeper for Carlos Alcaraz. It's Zverev who breaks first in set 2 to now lead by a set and 4-3.
Well, we didn't expect this before the match started. So far, Sasha Zverev has just brought a very high level indeed to the court.
That's why I have to love the sport, right, Nick? As in, you just never know what can happen. Just talking about it heading into the Felix Auger-Aliassime Rafa Nadal match, not many people gave the Canadian much of a chance, and yet played a fantastic match, pushing Nadal the whole way. Anything that is a little longer, Alcaraz is doing a little better. Under 4, it's all about Sasha Zverev. Incidentally, Alcaraz in his career, after losing the first set in the last 12 months, is 8-10. Throughout his career, he's 23-30, which is quite ridiculous anyway. He's nearly 50% after dropping the first set. If he loses sets 1 and 2, he's 0-3. To remind himself, this is pretty new territory, despite the unquestionable skill level of the Spaniard. Also, serving from Zverev has been fantastic. 82% first serve percentage in this set. 72% overall. Just the 12 unforced errors to go with 28 for his opponent.
You know, once again, just another indication of where his mind is, indecision, what to do with that kind of shot.
A game that is efficiently backs up the break. And he's a game away from a 2-sets-to-love lead, which would mean he would be a set away from finally defeating a top 10 player at a major.
Well, he did it in lightning quick time as well. Blink of an eye. Now the serve, and once again Alcaraz serving to stay in the set.
He's not the type to smash a racket, Carlos Alcaraz, but this might be the closest he's been throughout his young career. That's a clutch volley from Alcaraz.
Well, he closes the net so quickly. Look at that weight on the front foot. Perfect execution on the volley.
Well, he's having issues at the back of the court, so why not take the back of the court away?
And that's what I was so impressed when I saw him play at Wimbledon last year. You referenced him before in terms of the way he was playing. I mean, he's hardly playing on the grass court, and yet he's actually playing proper grass court tennis, coming in all the time, serving, volleying.
Serving and volleying again.
developing those kind of skills, obviously, to utilise in a situation like this, when sometimes you've got to go to plan B.
I think he's probably on about plan D now, though. And Alcaraz will ask the question. Going to find a way, though, to get himself into a Zverev service game. Otherwise, he's going to find himself 2 sets to love down. As you can see, 18 winners for Alcaraz, so he's still hitting more winners than Zverev, but it's those 30 unforced errors that have been the big issue. Massive amount of them, the majority of them coming from the back of the court. 14 off the forehand, 14 off the backhand.
Reprise.
So Zverev serving for a 2 sets to love lead. 5-4. Oh, well, he can't make the volley. It's a big first point to win.
0-15.
Wow. And that just shows all juniors out there, make the return. What a dig it was, and a bit of a gift from the German.
He had no right to get his racket on the ball there, Alcaraz. A huge serve from Zverev down the tee. Somehow he got the ball back.
Can't steal that point, though. Tidy tennis from the world number 3.
15-30.
This time, makes no mistake with the forehand. And again, what serving this is from Sasha Zverev.
30.
Well, not only the serve, but ball play coming in once again, and it's a tidy backhand volley.
S'il vous plaît.
Will it be a break point or a set point? It's just landed wide. Zverev doing so well once again, showing his wheels.
40-30.
Yeah, some great moving from the German to be able to get to that drop shot, but also control that kind of slice, backhand approach.
Merci, Madame.
Years with Jez Green will have helped somewhat with that movement. Really is an incredible mover for 6'6". He's given himself a set point. And sense this Chatre crowd just trying to lift the 19-year-old.
40. S'il vous plaît. Avantage, Zverev.
Second set point. Wow. I mean, we can see the ball mark from where we are. That was in between the baseline and the service line. Not the confidence-boosting second serve they would have wanted to see. Alcaraz steals the point. Had absolutely no right. What athleticism.
Alcaraz.
Well, what a lob here, full stretch. Wasn't quite sure what he was going to do, but of course he was going to come up with a bit of magic, he always does.
Lifeline for the world number 6.
Égalité.
Well, that's the frustration because, again, such an easy ball and he just elementary shot there, just completely miscued that lack of spin, lack of control.
Confidence and belief in those shots just isn't there. Yet another unforced error. Gives Zverev a third chance to get over the line in this set. It's a 2-0 lead for Sasha Zverev. Once again, serving brilliantly, especially when it matters most. Takes the second set 6-4. So as far as Alcaraz is concerned here, Nick, I mean, we've seen him try to adapt. He's tried to just serve and volley. He's tried to use the drop shot, so he's not using those ground strokes. Is that the key for him? Does he have to keep doing that, or has he actually got to believe that his ground strokes will turn the corner?
Well, he's certainly got to cut those unforced errors down, no doubt about that. The forehand needs to get firing. One area we talked about for me during this match that Alcaraz has been unable, not too often, to be able to take Zverev wide on the forehand side.
Some way to start set 3.
15-0.
Just had a different sound to the many we've seen in this match so far. Nick, do you think as well, you were saying to me off air, it's tension, you believe, for Alcaraz? In fact, he's 2-0 down. Will that tension leave a little? Now he's the underdog.
Yeah, I think he's the first point we just said, that bounce smash, was to get rid of a lot of frustration, I'm sure, with the way, the level he's brought in these first 2 sets. He'd be really disappointed. And not only that, but also the way he's been striking the balls, not used to hitting so many miss hits and making too many free points. This was not what was in the plan.
Wow, that's a ripper of a backhand from Zverev.
40 points.
Yeah, once again, just dropped the ball a little bit short there, and Zverev just stepping in.
Game in fine style, though, Alcaraz. And first ace in an hour and 37 minutes to find one as he takes the first game of the third set.
Well, a large reason why Alexander Zverev is in front in this match is because of the way that he is serving. Here's just a little look at his first serve placement in the second set alone, and just look at the accuracy, look how close he's getting it to the lines, the variety as well. He's mixing it up, going wide, going down the tee. He's up 3K speed-wise from the opening set as well. Tough to live with if you're Carlos Alcaraz.
Nick, as well as Zverev has served, and he has served superbly well, The return position from Alcaraz, very deep in the court. Is it too deep for you, considering he hasn't broken yet?
Yeah, absolutely. Particularly in the second serve, he's not changing his court position at all. And yeah, you look back to those tournaments that he played leading up to Roland-Garros, that actually he was actually standing up much further up, threatening to take the ball early, and just giving something for his opponent to think about.
Is that a sign of him not feeling comfortable then?
Yeah, but I mean, he actually, funny enough, he did that against Vinolis in the second round of that match. And I was just waiting for to change his position, to move up on the second serve particularly. And he didn't. He was staying deep all the time. So it's obviously something tactically that was part of their game plan going into this match. Somehow he has to find a way to put more pressure on Zverev's serve, no doubt about that. And also in the rally, he's standing so far back to start with, and in a way he's trying to expect a few more free points from his opponent, and that's not happening.
Oh, has he missed that one? No, did find the line.
40.
Oh, that's wonderful tennis from Sasha Zverev. And even more worrying for Alcaraz. His record of winning points off the drop shot has got better and better as this match has gone on. Starting to read them now. Couldn't have controlled this ball any better. Beautiful racket head control and deft touch.
La première service.
That's an excellent dig. Those long levers coming in handy for Zverev.
Yeah, he did well here to get this ball back. So it's a great shot from Alcaraz, good angle. And that's the important thing, he got the ball back in play. I remember Tony Pickard, Davis Cup captain, coach of Stefan Edberg, and we all thought, you know, he'd have some magic words during matches when it got to tight situations. And he just turned one match on this Davis Cup we were playing, just said, yeah, just get the ball on the island. That will do. Ask the question.
Zverev unable to find the island with that last forehand. And serve once again. This third set, 2-1 Alcaraz leads. Another factor of this match, we referenced Jez Green and the work he's done with Sasha Zverev and the movement. Are we underrating his movement at the back of the court in terms of Alcaraz with the ball striking capabilities he's got? More often than not, will probably be getting most opponents on the stretch, setting points up, but Zverev just has such athleticism and strength and range. It's very difficult for Alcaraz to get on the front foot all the time.
Yeah, I mean, of course he moves great. I mean, for a guy who's 6'6", incredible. But remember, clay for me is not probably his best surface in terms of movement. He moves really well on a hard court. But I think something maybe he's been working on with Bruguera, this kind of movement.
Not a bad place to watch it, is it? Bathed in sunshine, on a deck chair outside Chatrier itself. Underneath the sun as well. Zverev serving here, 1-2. Something a little different, Alcaraz. As we saw work very early on in the first set, a slice backhand that led to a miss hit from the forehand of Zverev. We haven't really seen it since from Alcaraz. Nick, when you're in the moment and you're playing pressurized matches, is it easy to forget something like that, to become a bit hemmed in, so to speak?
Yeah, one-dimensional. Absolutely. I think, you know, we all know that Alcaraz has got the ability to have the variety within his game, change the pace, change the ball flight, change the spin. And I think he certainly needs to do something different here because, you know, Zverev is really just one-way traffic at the moment.
The other thing as well, I mean, you mentioned him being so deep in the court. Makes using that slice backhand very tough because he's got a long way to travel. It allows Zverev to get up the court and take it out the air. So it's almost taking a shot away from him.
Yeah, well, and that's been part of his problem in this match tonight, that the return of serve from Alcaraz generally has been dropping too short. And that's just allowing Zverev to dictate the play.
Silky. Such a smooth backhand from Sasha Zverev. One of the best backhands in the business, and coming up trumps there.
2 jeux partout.
Oh, it's more like it. Putting on the brakes quickly.
15-0.
Yeah, taking a little bit of pace off that slide serve out wide, just creating a bit more angle, giving him time to close the net.
Thing to mention as well as we see the shadow go across the court. And he's okay.
30-0.
To be good. Zverev, as I said before in his press conference about not enjoying playing with the temperature dropping. We're not too far away from that. Alcaraz has had no such issue playing at night. He's dropped a set in each of his night matches, so if he can win this set, temperature then likely to drop and more than likely suit the Spaniard more than the German.
Well, Alcaraz got away with that one. Zverev, once again, reading that drop shot. Had a play.
Oh, yes.
Alcaraz.
Wondrous play from the 19-year-old. To find new ways to hold serve.
Alcaraz mène 3 jeux à 2.
Holds again for a 3-2 lead.
Well, that stop volley was the best we've seen this match from the Spaniard. Absolutely spot on, silky hands. Of course, that's the area of his game he's developed. I've not seen that a lot with Spanish players in the past. There's the unforced error profile. That's been causing the problem in this match. 36. 17 off his favoured forehand side. It's been causing the frustration. I'm trying to put that aside in this next game. So Carlos Alcaraz quickly out of his chair, change of ends. Trying to change the momentum of this match. Alexander Zverev, number 3 seed. Serving here 2-3, 2 sets to the good.
Zero.
And that's been the other problem tonight for me. He's not been able to win that first point on the Zverev serve. It's so important.
30-0.
Double fault.
30-15.
He'll still take the 4 double faults as long as he keeps his second serve. 0.1 percentage, 74%. Finally found a deep return. I mean, hasn't been able to find that length off the return since the opening game of the match, or at least the opening service game of the match for Zverev. Another backhand error, though. That's a 20th now for the Spaniard. Well, he said previous couple of matches he was disappointed in himself at lapses in concentration. Only getting one after an hour and 55 minutes. He's been pretty good. 2 double faults though in this game. How costly will they be? Not costly at all. Superb response. And it's 3-all in this third set.
Yeah, once again, the perfect response. Double fault, the big serve, 3-point, converts the game.
Oh, that's one of the best. And there's been a fair few decent ones.
15-0.
Yeah, Zverev did well to get this ball back in play, and he started running for this drop shot straight away, but just too good once again from Alcaraz. Look at the backspin he imparted on that.
Zero. Contents.
Well, he needed that backhand. The shots he's been struggling on so far, hasn't made too many of those down the line.
There's another miss. Just wonder as well, Nick, is in his last 2 matches, we're in the night session. Just wondering all these errors and unforced errors, whether that's a factor as well. Nadal, a lot of the players have been talking about the difference, court speed, the air temperature. He just hasn't been able to adapt. Difficult to adapt on the big stage and such a big occasion. And he's able to get away with that one. Using the slice well. I haven't seen that shot much at all. When he has used it, Zverev has coughed up a couple of unforced errors on the forehand side.
Yeah, I am surprised a little bit that he has kind of varied his tactic a little bit in this match, I have to say. Try and play with a little bit more spin, a bit more safety. Use the angles. For me, he's not kind of opened up Zverev enough off the short angles on the both ways, actually, going backhand and forehand on the cross. It's really just trying to hit through him from the back of the court. It's not working because he's made too many errors.
And there's the issue as well, though, as I say, that the court position. He's so deep in the court, you can't generate angles from there.
Yeah.
Reprise.
Well, it's not the match many were expecting, but it is gripping. 3-4. Once again, Alcaraz unable to win that first point. First ace of the set, 6th of the match. Starting to come along a little more often right now. Second set, he's hit 7 second serves. 4 of them have been double faults. How big will he go with this one? Look at the return adjustment from Alcaraz. On top of the baseline this time. Well, he went big. And that was enough to take away that court position from Alcaraz.
Well, brave second serve, because Alcaraz, like you say, really pressurizing that second serve with his court position.
Zverev.
Despite the 4 double faults in this third set, Zverev still yet to face a break point in set number 3. Yeah, famous saying, I know you're a football fan, I know you're a Man United fan as well. Fergie used to call this squeaky bum time.
Keep that quiet at the moment about Man United. We're hoping for better things next season.
Oh, that's a fine way to start the game for Zverev. Those long levers again coming in real handy.
0-15.
Well, once again, it's if I anticipated the forehand down the line, he was moving, but look at this. Perfect position, just threaded that one down the line.
0-30.
Well, it's only the Spaniard's second double fault. It's come at an inopportune moment.
Wasn't overly happy with the bounce. These are big moments.
Merci.
Done brilliantly well there, turning the rally around. The whole of Spain was holding their breath on the short forehand, but he made it count. But he can't make that one count.
30-40.
Once again, missing by some distance. Saved a match point already in this tournament. Can't it feel with the way Zverev is serving? This is almost a match point right now for Carlos Alcaraz. Great point for the German. Oh, coolness personified.
40.
Pressure? What pressure? I mean, so coolly done.
Adrenaline in the system.
Alcaraz.
Just a second ace for Alcaraz. Big hold for the 19-year-old. Does this Chatrier crowd respond? Living on the edge, but he's still on that edge. And it's funny, isn't it? I was saying earlier about this Chatrier crowd and the intelligence of them. The nervous nature and the bitty nature of the performance from Alcaraz has bled into the crowd, hasn't it? I mean, we haven't heard those sort of Carlos chants that we have in previous nights.
Yeah, it's been pretty quiet up until now. They're really trying to get behind his man. He did well there to keep his nerve under pressure. Zverev looked back on that opportunity there, that break point he had in the last game.
Reprise.
Well, the climate is beginning to drop. Feel the temperature is rising at court level. Zverev serving to stay in the set. 4-5. And this time Alcaraz does win the first point. And that hasn't happened too often, if at all.
0-15. Merci. S'il vous plaît. Let. Premier service.
How good was that defense early on from the backhand wing for Sasha Zverev?
15.
Well, initially, the first couple of shots in that rally, I thought he got a little bit passive, played a little bit safe.
Got him again. Zverev so far back, couldn't get there.
15-30.
Alcaraz just sublime once again with his drop shot. I think he's only lost 1 point so far in the match when he's executed that shot.
Got him. Awesome from Alcaraz. It's one of the rallies of the match, and what a time to do it.
15-40.
Well, once again, look at the drop shot here and the response. He knew exactly where that ball was going on the cross court.
Merci.
2 set points. There is still hope for the new hope.
Alcaraz.
Alcaraz takes the third set. He was on the brink at breakpoint down at 4-all, but raises his level when he really needed to take the third 6-4.
Well, he faced adversity, didn't he, at 4-all in that third set, break point down. managed to survive that, and what a game he has just played to secure that third set. Maybe changed the momentum in this match completely now. All the smiles. Carlos Ferreira on his feet there.
You wonder what is going through the mind of Sasha Zverev. What should he be telling himself right now, Nick?
Well, he's just going to tell us he's playing the right way. You know, he's got to try and keep positive, keep being aggressive from the back of the court. Exactly the same as he's been doing for the first 2 sets, well, 2.5 sets in that match, you have to say, and keeping that first serve where he's getting those 3 points.
Quatrième manche, au service, Alcaraz.
I think the only thing you've got to be careful of, he doesn't get too deep behind the baseline, because Alcaraz, once again, is just throwing in that drop shot.
And there is the drop shot once more. And you just wonder, watching a rally like that, is that the weight lifted off the shoulders of Alcaraz?
Well, we talked about Alcaraz unable to kind of open up the court with the angles. We're starting to see that a little bit now happening. We saw it on that last point, the forehand short cross-court angle. One of his big shots.
Chenza.
They read the play.
Well, this is not easy to play the stop volley off a high ball. He played it pretty well, but once again, anticipation. Zverev picking that one up, and great position on the backhand volley.
$40-15. Alcaraz.
Momentum firmly with the Spaniard.
Premier jeu, quatrième.
Confident service hold to start set 4. Now fully covered in shade. That wise maybe sent a couple of rackets away to get restrung. That the fact that it's covered in shade, that the temperature will be dropping, conditions will be changing.
Well, he said that he wanted the same tension in the rackets. Certainly not playing the same way as he did in the first 2 sets, because he's certainly changing the ball fight, the rally ball from the back of the court.
Zero. Zero. Counter Kens.
It's just astounding defense from Alcaraz. Not only did he get to that forehand, what he was able to do with it, just out of this world.
Well, his anticipation is incredible. He's already moving for that ball before Zverev even plays it, anticipating the short ball.
Zverev still hitting his spots with the first serves. As long as he continues to do that, Alcaraz still has a lot of work to do.
Well, Zverev had looked rock solid off his double-hander the whole match. The last couple of games, just starting to misfire a little bit. Margins, especially going down the line, have dropped.
Oh, what a chance that was.
Avantage Zverev.
I feel like he's got all the momentum, and that somewhat pops it. Smothering another forehand. Wow. And that's more like it with the backhand.
It's amazing his dad doesn't get animated at all, does he? He just sits there calmly all the way through. He doesn't give too much emotion away. I was watching him on the practice court last week, actually, before one of his matches. And he was in one corner. Brugera was in the other corner, and Zverev would go and speak to one. And then come back, go and speak to the other. And there was no kind of conversing at all. and no acknowledgement. It was a strange, kind of eerie situation.
Well, he's found it tough, hasn't he, to keep coaches with him. He's had a fair few of them. Sergi Bruguera, the latest. Alongside, of course, his father.
Counter 0.
Forehand seems to have found a better rhythm. It's an astounding shot. The outside of the line. Alcaraz hasn't really had a read on the backhand either. He's one of the best backhands in the business. Quality ball striking from Zverev.
40-30.
Oh, it doesn't get better than that. It's absolutely inch perfect. Forehand right on the line. The last shot.
Stinger. Zverev, though, fairly confident it's missed. Overly happy it wasn't called initially. Mazdaraki more confirming it was wide. And all of a sudden, this game has got very interesting, from 40-love to deuce.
40.
He knew. I love that switch up there, haven't you? Maybe forced the error off the return.
Avantage, Alcaraz.
And that's why he's so smart. I mean, he's so brave on just to throw that within now and again. I mean, he hasn't done that for a while now.
Yeah, there was so much open space, he was never going to miss that. Like an open goal to the Real Madrid fan that is Carlos Alcaraz.
Alcaraz mène 2-0.
Big hold for a 2-1 lead. They're all big holds from here on out, you feel, for the 6th seed.
Well, the forehand is back in the game from Carlos Alcaraz. Talked about it a little bit already. Especially the cross-court angle. Really been key for pulling Zverev out of position. Of course, when he's that far back, then it is much easier for the Spaniard to go to his favorite shot, the drop shot, or hit the winner down the line.
Prenez vos places rapidement, s'il vous plaît. Merci, mesdames et messieurs.
It's kind of been missing a little bit the first 2 sets. Somehow, he's starting to fire it.
Ominous signs for Zverev. He was alluding to it, the sit down. Forehand starting to fire for Alcaraz. Zverev's still only been broken once in this entire match. He stopped. He's sometimes been wrong in the past, Zverev. Has he got this one right? If it has caught the line, it would be Alcaraz's point, but Zverev stopped for a reason. I suppose he's been striking the ball well tonight, so he's clearly seeing it well. Got to be careful in those rows close to the front. That's amazing tennis. These two turning it up to 11.
Well, incredible athleticism from both players here. I thought Alcaraz had won the point with his backhand volley, but Zverev, look how he covered the court there. Great balance at full stretch once again on that backhand side.
Zverev. Changement balle, ramasseur, s'il vous plaît. Balle neuf.
Feels as though Alcaraz has raised his game, but with it, Zverev has raised his as well. Yeah, the crowd were a little bit in shock with the slow start to this one that Alcaraz had in particular. He was nowhere near the levels that we've seen throughout 2022 for the first 2 sets, but finally, after 2.5 hours, it feels like we're kind of having the match that many thought we would. And again, Zverev just taking his time. And as you were saying, Nick, you believe this is a perhaps Sergi Bruguera tactic that's been thrown his way.
Well, I mean, I have to say, I don't think that should be allowed personally, particularly when your opponent's just about to serve, to go and change your racket for no reason. It's not even a broken string.
New balls. Alcaraz. Big strike. Would you argue, though, Nick, that for Nadal we've seen take time, different stages, so is it that different to what we see from the 13-time Roland-Garros champion?
Probably not. You got a point.
It's so good to watch. Just so tidy at the front of the court.
I mean, the most important thing, I think Carlos Alcaraz has not been drawn into that. You know, it's not kind of getting under his skin or he's kind of get sidetracked what Zverev's doing. He actually just has stayed focused in the zone on his own game.
Wait, please. Contacts.
Wow. I mean, that is tennis from the gods. The way he moved to pounce on the first forehand was just sensational.
Yeah, not only the first one, but look at the recovery time. He's able to cross over. Look how he's covering the ground to get in position to be able to execute that inside out, inside in rather, forehand down the line.
Alcaraz.
Another game in the bag for Alcaraz.
Alcaraz mène 3-2.
Looks like there's a bit more of a stride about him too. 3-2.
Well, we talk about what an athlete Alcaraz is. For me, it's the way he moves on the court as well, efficiently, the kind of big steps, covering the ground, and also the step behind to keep him balanced when he's running around to play that inside-out forehand, or like we saw in the point before, that inside-in shot.
And is that, for you, what allows him to conserve so much energy, those big steps?
Yeah, I mean, he's covering the ground. I mean, you see it with all the great players. I mean, Federer was, you know, in his prime. It was amazing how he's able to skip around and just be able to create that forehand from nowhere.
Where Alcaraz has been serving.
Zverev. 30-0.
Generally, throughout the sets, Zverev's service percentage has followed a similar pattern. Up until the end of the set, it's been up around the 80s, high 70s, and then dropped at the end. Well, you finally had about 100 options open to him. Alcaraz this time just decides, okay, I'll try the lob.
Well, it's just like an exhibition point, isn't it? So coolly done. Knew exactly what he was going. Look at this, just waiting for Zverev to commit himself. Just pop that one up and over. Thank you very much.
Only over someone 6'6" tall, and not that much court to use when you're that close to the net. Oh, he's taking that so early. Maybe there's a bit of a change here in the court position. He's beginning to feel more and more confident, getting himself up the court and being aggressive. Said in an interview earlier on this week what makes him different. He said, I am aggressive in everything I do. Defense, attack, on the practice court. Haven't really seen that until the last half hour. Just about got hold of the forehand. Zverev giving Alcaraz a taste of his own medicine.
40-30.
Stan Smith there, enjoying this one, front row seat.
Very good hold, because Alcaraz is now asking a lot more questions. I say with the first serve percentage, it's at 83% in this set, 72% overall. I mean, those are astounding numbers with how he's hitting that first. It's not like he's rolling that first serve in.
Well, we talked about it at the beginning of the match, didn't we? That would be the key to trying to give him an opportunity to win this match. He had to serve well.
Mum and Dad have looked pretty calm really throughout.
Well, once again, incredible from Alcaraz. You know, fully stretched there, sliced back, and somehow managed to get that ball deep. Look at that back of the line. There's no right to win that point.
And had no right to win that one either.
Alcaraz.
Incredible, reactive, instinctive skills. And a bit of momentum for the Spaniard. Closes out the game to love for a 4-3 lead.
4 jeux à 3.
Well, he's given the fist pump to Juan Carlos Ferrero there in his box. What a pickup this was, but reaction time on that, incredible. I mean, his balance, look at his footwork here, full stretch. That is tough. Ball's coming hard at him.
Too quick for the camera.
Hand skill's incredible. I mean, that is amazing play. And he's just loving it. He's actually relaxed now. You can see that. The tension's gone completely out of his game. He's actually enjoying the occasion.
Reprise.
It's interesting, Nick, you were just saying Alcaraz now enjoying the occasion. I had a chat with Tamira Pashek, who's part of our team here.
Merci.
Our players trying to enjoy the occasion, how difficult it can sometimes be. It seemingly is the case now for Alcaraz. We're still on serve. Set 4. That's excellent play. Excellent footwork up to the volley.
30-0. Tennis.
Type of shot you almost expect him to make. Good from the corners.
40-15.
Well, he's been pretty disciplined all the way through this match. Couple of cheap points in this game. Providing a little bit of pressure on his own serve.
S'il vous plaît.
Bit more pressure on this second serve now. Comes up with the goods.
Zverev.
Pressure, what pressure, as you say. It's 4 games apiece, and Zverev will know
4 jeux partout.
get this set to a tiebreaker, he'll probably feel pretty good, because in this tournament he's 3 from 3. Winning tiebreakers, including that 13-11 first set tiebreak he played in the last round against Zapata Morales. Alcaraz, incidentally, 1-1. He's got a long way to go to get there. He's going to blink first. Yeah, read the play. He was on his way very quickly there, Zverev.
0-15.
Look at this, and as soon as he dropped the ball short, it's going to be a drop shot. Great court coverage.
Alcaraz, incidentally, having a lot of success with the kicker serve out wide from the ad court. Oh, it's a beauty. What a stunner from Sasha Zverev.
0-30.
Well, Alcaraz, you have to say, probably needed to do a little bit more with that drive ball. But what a backhand on the run. One of the best of the match from the German.
Couldn't get it away. And Alcaraz once again reads the play. What a missed chance that is for the German.
15-30.
Well, that was a real strange choice of shot here. I mean, I can't believe he didn't go down the line off this ball. The ball was high. The huge gap down there.
I haven't seen one of those for some time. And that is not the time to smother another forehand. Here are 2 break points for the world number 3.
Merci.
Is that tension? Was there too much time?
40.
I hope he hasn't looked at his box. And Carlos looking a little calmer. Would you believe it? First double of the set, and Sasha Zverev breaks, and in a few moments' time will serve for a place in the semi-finals. The level of this 4th set has been so high. Did not see that coming, Nick.
Well, both players there showing sign of nerves, no doubt about that. Zverev, firstly, with that return of serve, you felt had to make the call. I mean, it wasn't particularly a big second serve, and then, of course, Alcaraz surrendering his serve there with that double fault. Just shows you where they're at. It's going to be a massive ask for Alcaraz now to break serve here.
Reprise.
He's only broken once all match, Carlos Alcaraz. Can he do it again? If he can't, it's the semi-finals for Sasha Zverev.
Merci. Zéro chance. S'il vous plaît.
It was a slow second serve and a beefy return. Puts Zverev into a hole.
S'il vous plaît.
Wow.
Zéro para.
Well, he hasn't done many of those so far in this match. That was one of the big ones.
Merci.
As I say, every set, Zverev's service percentage just drops at the end. No, would you believe that? Maybe too excited.
15-40.
It was on a plate.
Well, I'm quite perplexed. I can't believe that he missed this ball on such a big point. He actually wasn't even looking where he was hitting it.
Merci.
Still 2 break points. The response of a champion. The only option was to step up. And boy, did the boy step up.
5 jeux.
Breaks back, and we go on.
Well, sensational play. Why are we surprised? We've seen it so often this season. Just absolutely incredible.
Well, the tennis has gone up a few gears. That was some get from Zverev.
0-15.
A reminder, the German has never beaten a top 10 player in the best of 5 sets. 0-13.
Well, there's no doubt he tightened up a little bit when he was serving for the match there, that last game.
Will he get another chance? And it's as if he's been in this situation 1,000 times before.
Tennis.
And you sense this Chatrier crowd wants a 5th set. Will we get one? Didn't look likely. All of about 5-10 minutes ago. But now it's Alcaraz who's a game away from taking the set. And suddenly he looks all assured once again. Leads 6-5.
Well, he's got nerves of steel. Just terrific tennis there. I mean, even the last point, we had so much time just to play the winner. Look at this, just holding. He just flicks it the other way. Saw Zverev move to his right. So easily miss a shot like that. Crowd are just loving it.
Reprise.
Not a spare seat to be found. Zverev having served for the match a few moments ago, now serving to stay in the set. How he would have wanted a point like that 10 minutes ago.
15-0.
It's not something you expect with Zverev. Beautifully executed.
30-0.
Yeah, it's an area of his game sometimes that kind of gets him in trouble, but not on that occasion.
Zero.
It's a simply fantastic game from Zverev. I said earlier on in the set, if he can get to a tiebreaker, he would probably take it. He's 3 from 3 at Roland-Garros this year. He's 11-2 in 2022. Zverev, incidentally, Alcaraz one-on-one in this year's championships, 8-8 on the year, which is a little surprising when you consider how many matches he has won.
Merci, mesdames et messieurs.
Exquisite. He's run around the other side of the net and stolen the shot off Alcaraz.
1-0 Zverev.
Well, you haven't seen him play that kind of shot too often in this match, and what a big point to play on the first point of the tiebreak.
Zverev.
Time for a plane to go up overhead. And he's done it again, Alcaraz. He wasn't doing this in the first couple of sets. He's decided to take on that second serve of Zverev. Gets the mini break back.
Partout.
Wow. You put most of your 3 houses, Nick, on him to make that volley.
Well, if I had 3 houses, maybe. But I have to say, that was a little casual from the Spaniard. A little bit overconfident.
Awesome power from Alcaraz. And Zverev, whose first serve percentage has just been so high, just like it was when he was trying to serve out the match. It's dropping in the big moments. And the Spaniard taking full advantage of that drop.
Once again, Alcaraz just fearless. You know, when he gets the opportunities, pulls the trigger. I mean, he's hit a couple of lines in this tie-break to get himself back on equal terms here.
You get the feeling Zverev is going to have to win this one rather than Alcaraz lose it. So good.
Alcaraz.
Well, again, it's the short angle cross-court forehand is doing the damage, opening up the court, just having to step in, hit the winner. That is just unplayable.
For the first time in this tiebreak, edges in front. Astounding. So I'm just saying, how'd you like my backhand?
Well, it was a really good approach, I have to say. What about that? That is threading the needle down the line at full stretch. Half expect the Alcaraz to dive for that.
On one of the biggest points of the match, Alcaraz just toying with Zverev.
Well, everybody is on their feet after that point.
Alcaraz.
Has anyone ever played the drop shot better than this man?
Merci, mesdames et messieurs. S'il vous plaît.
For once, Alcaraz seemingly just getting caught in no man's land.
Yeah, I have to say, good defence from Zverev, full stretch, managed to get that ball deep. A groundy cover for that last backhand. Just superb.
So will it be a match point or a set point?
Merci.
It will be a set point.
Well, he struggled on that shot the whole of the match. Hasn't made too many of those backhands down the line, but that couldn't have been a bigger point to make one.
S'il vous plaît.
Have to love this sport. It's been an entirely unpredictable match. And the tiebreak has been the same. We've seen so many mini breaks. What next? Seen anything like that. You have to credit Zverev. The defense initially from Alcaraz was just out of this planet. But the German pushed the reset button, and with a bit of frame and a bit of string, now has the chance to get over the line. It's a match point for the German.
Merci.
The roar will tell you we go on.
Well, I'm a bit surprised Zverev didn't go for his favourite serve there, the T serve, because he's been serving that absolutely impeccable the whole match.
S'il vous plaît.
Got the T-serve right that time. I think a few Germans might have had their heart in their mouth as he played the stop volley. Did just enough.
Zverev.
And it's a second match point for the world number 3. It's a glorious win for Sasha Zverev, who for the second year running will be in the Roland-Garros semi-finals. Wonderful reaction from Carlos Alcaraz. But today is all about the German, who finally defeats a top 10 player in a major. And it is some top 10 player he has defeated in Carlos Alcaraz. What a performance. 6-4, 6-4, 4-6, 7-6 in 3 hours and 18 minutes of adrenaline-fueled tennis.
Il va venir accompagner Carlos Alcaraz.
Classy from the 19-year-old who, even though has fallen at the quarter-final stages, has won a lot of fans over the last 2 weeks.
Well, just great maturity at the end, how he handled that disappointment there, speaking, you know, with Zverev at the net. I mean, just absolutely, that is class. Absolutely showing a lot of maturity for somebody of so young.
And he'll be back, right?
Oh, I mean, there's no doubt. I mean, he will learn from this experience.
Sacha au micro de celui qui a été numéro 2 mondial, 2 fois finaliste ici, Alex Correggia.
Merci. Sacha, in my opinion, in a match like this, you need to be patient, you need to be brave, you need to be aggressive, you need to defend. But on top of that, you need to be very special, and you really are. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think Carlos and you just bring like a show that everybody enjoyed. I don't know if it's possible to enjoy when you are playing a match like that, and especially finishing in a tiebreak and saving match points, losing your serve for the match.
Shitting my pants as well. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I knew that I had to play my absolute best tennis today from the start on, and I'm happy that I did that. Obviously, he kept on coming back. He's an incredible player. I told him at the net, you're going to win this tournament a lot of times, not only once. So I hope I can win it before he starts beating us all, and we will have no chance at all. And yeah.
Definitely a nice compliment for him. Of course, he was showing unbelievable. But how difficult it was the transition, because when you started, it was sunny. The ball was bouncing very high, especially of your forehand and your serve. And then it was much slower. I don't know if it was difficult to adapt.
Yeah, for me, I mean, obviously when it's shady and much slower, it's not perfect for me. You know, I didn't get broken once when it was sunny. Obviously, the ball was a lot faster. I had to adjust my strengths as well. So. I mean, the match was turning his way. So at the end of the day, I'm extremely happy that I won the tiebreak. I didn't have to play a 5-set match. I didn't have to be disappointed after the 5-set match again, like I was last year after the semifinals. So I'm still in the tournament. And right now, usually I'm a very good talker, or I can talk. Right now, I can't talk. I'm speechless.
We'll let you enjoy your moment. Congratulations, mesdames et messieurs. Sacha Zverev qualifié pour la demi-finale de Roland-Garros.